Hi, this is Dr. Joel. Can you believe it's week 9? We don't have a lot longer to go. So let's think about monetary and fiscal policies. I know that that's something that we've been discussing a little, but how does that affect it? How does that affect your company, and not just the one that you've selected in this course? How does it affect the company that you might work for, or maybe one that you're thinking about investing in? So, monetary and fiscal policies are completely different. Fiscal policy is basically what the legislature and the president does. Monetary policy is ruled by the Fed. Um, and we live in a great country that separates monetary and fiscal policy, because there are several countries in the world that don't, and it's a big deal, because if the president or if the legislature really has a hand in monetary policy, it can severely affect how the economy of that country works. It could be hyperinflation, like we're seeing in several countries right now, or even having to reprint money because they've just overspent and they decided that they'll just print more money because that's what the Fed can do. But the Federal Reserve, as far as monetary policy, can affect the short-term interest rate, and they can also affect something that we really don't think about as much, and that's how much reserve that each bank needs to hold. Um, for the most part, the one that's more visible is the short-term interest rate, and really, when we think about it, it's just that very, very short term. It's the 1-day interbank loan rate, but it's kind of like the beginning of the yield curve. And I don't know if you guys understand what a yield curve is, but you might want to take a look at that, because the shape of the yield curve can definitely change based on the perception of people in the economy and inflation and things like that. So it's something that needs to have your thought as well. But let's not disregard monetary policy and the effects that it has on your business. Fiscal policy obviously is something that our legislators, whether it's the federal or state or local, that's something that we need to think about. So don't just consider the president or your senators, U.S. senators, or in the House of Representatives. It's also how your state legislators work, and for the most part, there's a lot of taxation that happens at the local level. So don't disregard that as well. So monetary and fiscal policy, very important things. Don't forget about them. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help.